Hi everyone and happy Friday. My name's Lindsay and this is my Flosstube number 9. So if you've not been here before, this video is all about cross stitch. So if you're a new subscriber, welcome. It's amazing to have you here. I'm so pleased that you've come along to watch and see my cross stitch projects today. So I hope you'll enjoy what you see. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and watching me. I am so grateful for all the comments that you leave, the likes and the views, so thank you so much. The cross stitch community is just so welcoming and such a lovely positive community to be part of, and it feels wonderful to be part of that. So thank you so much to everyone that watches my Flosstube regularly. So I've been super busy. I had really wanted to come back in 2 weeks time, but life kind of just got a bit in the way. So I'll give you just a couple of little updates about what's been going on for me, and then we'll get on to the giveaway winner and all about the WIPs and haul and all of that good stuff. So I launched my coffee shop at the beginning of August and I was amazed. I sold so many lovely needle minders and I was so grateful to everyone that supported my shop launch. So it's always a bit scary when you're doing something new. So I really did appreciate everybody who purchased from me, and then they shared photos afterwards. So I really did appreciate that so much. So we'll share a little bit more about when I'm next going to be updating my shop later on in today's video. So I'm also in the process of moving house. So in the UK, there seems to be like a million pieces of paperwork that you have to do to move house. So we've been busy doing so many forms after forms after forms. So we're just in the midst of all that good stuff at the moment. So there's lots of work to do, but everything seems to be going really well with our move. So that's really good. So I'm really excited about that for the future. Have no idea at the moment when we'll be moving, but it's all good. It's all going in the right direction. So my daughter passed her driving test on Monday. So that was very exciting for us. So she was super happy. And that does mean there'll be more free time because I won't need to be mum's taxi service anymore. So, and obviously as well as taxi service, we were doing lots of practice driving as well. So I will definitely feel the benefit of my daughter passing her driving test because I'll have more spare time. So hopefully to be painting, making more hand painted needle minders and more stitchy time. So I am very looking forward to that. And obviously I do need time to get organised for this house move as well because I haven't really started doing anything yet and I need to do some decluttering and all of that. So, but I will sure I will get there. Sometimes I'm better when I have a deadline to work to. So yeah, so as much as I wanted to get back after 2 weeks and do a Flosstube, life just got in the way. So maybe for now, 3 weeks is my sweet spot. I would love to do one every 2 weeks. That's what I'll aim for. But if I say 3 weeks, if I get back before then 2 weeks, hopefully that'll be a bonus. But first of all, before we get talking about any stitchy stuff, I want to thank everyone that took part in my giveaway last time and for all the lovely comments and support that you gave me. That I really did appreciate it so much, and I really love chatting to you all in the comments. That just brings me so much joy. So I'm going to be announcing of the winner. So this is the needle minder. This is one of my little wildflower meadow needle minders, a little hand painted one that I'm giving away. So I have already, before I started the video, I did do a random comment picker and I will insert a photo of the winner here. So the winner of the competition was Jackie Harrison 4286. So Jackie, you can either message me on Instagram, I'm at stitchingmagic111, or you can email me. I'll put my email address below in the show notes, so you can email me if you prefer. But if you email me with your address, and I will get that posted to you. I was happy to send anywhere in the world, so it doesn't matter where you are. So I have, before we get on to stitching, I have got one lovely new Flosstuber to share. So I'm behind with watching all my Flosstubes as well. Like I say, life just kind of got in the way, and on top of everything else, I had a friend's day for the weekend last weekend, which was lovely. But obviously then I wasn't really watching Flosstubes, or I got a tiny bit of stitching done, but not very much. We were out and about and busy, having a lovely time. But I have managed to find one lovely new Flosstuber, and that is Allison from the Dotty Daisy. So Allison is from Australia. I hope I've got that right, Allison. And she has got some really gorgeous cross stitch projects. She's got some ones, sort of simpler ones that she shares that she's finished, that she first started off with. She's got some beautiful embroidery, and then she's got some other lovely projects on the go. She's got the caterpillar cross stitch, Spill the Tea, which I'm also stitching. She has started the Owl Forest embroidery 100 owls, and I love that pattern. That's a free download from Owl Forest embroidery, and I've downloaded that, so that is definitely on my to-do list. So Alison's also stitching a Yasmin's Made with Love Grow Your Garden design, which I'm also stitching. So she's got some really lovely patterns, and we must have a bit similar taste, I think. And she's got some designs from people that I've not heard of and not seen before, so it was really nice to see something new as well. So I would definitely encourage you to go and check Alison's Flosstube out and give, share the love and cheer her on, and I will put a link to her in the show notes below. Right, so now I've been quite good this month. If you've come here before, you know that I do quite a lot of new starts. I'm better at the starts than the finishes. Obviously I have no finishes at the moment, so they're all a work in progress. So as I say, I've one secret start, but just one start to share with you today, which normally I perhaps have 3 or 4, but I don't think I'll be quite as restrained next month. I have lots of nice plans for next month. But my first one I'm going to show you is the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Trick or Treat sub box. So that is the design. That's in focus all right for you there. So it's a lovely fun stitch. I haven't done too much so far, but this is where I've got up to. Now there was some glow in the dark thread came with this, but did I think to use it? No, I was so keen to get started. I just used the white that was on the threads that came with it, and the glow in the dark was separate. But I have got a project that I'll show you later that I think I'm going to use the glow in the dark on, so it will get used. But this is my start, so I'll just give you a little bit of a closer look there. So this is on 14 count Ada. So I was thinking of possibly switching up this for a purple linen that I had, but then I kind of thought, well, actually I can stitch quicker on Ada, so I am hoping I might get this one done for Halloween. I've got over a couple of months, so there is a good chance that I could do this. I just have to go a bit steady on the starts, and then there may be some hope that I have a few Halloween pieces finished, but we'll see. You know what it's like, the best laid plans and all of that. So that's my new start, so I am enjoying that. I think on Ada it does stitch up that bit quicker, so yeah, that's why I thought actually maybe it's a good thing that that I've stuck to the Ada on that one. Right, so now I'm on to my WIPs. So this first WIP is a cotton and twine box from October last year. So I only got back into cross stitch in September, and I saw the cotton and twine boxes and subscribed very early on because they looked lovely, and I subscribed to the linen. I was obviously being really ambitious early on, and if you've been following me for ages, you'll know it's took me a little while to get up to speed with the even weave and linen, but I have got to that point where I love the even weave and linen better than Ada now. So I'm going to show you the full finished design. So this is what this looks like. Now this was meant to be a daily stitch for July, and then for August, but things went a little bit out of the window because life just, like I say, it got so busy. But I have made a little bit of progress. So I do need to crack on with this because this is going to be for my mum. I want this to be an advent calendar to give to her at the beginning of December. So I've carried on and got these sort of boxes down here done. I think before I probably had these 4 done, then I finished these ones. So obviously I have quite a few boxes left to do, but I'm definitely getting better at it now. I struggled a little bit with the tightness of this linen before when it came to like these boxes, but I think the more you do, the more you get used to it. So yeah, I want to carry on and get this done. So I'm not doing this as a daily thread at the moment because I need to do my secret stitch for the Caterpillar Cross Stitch retreat that I'm going to in September. So for now, I'm going to go back to probably doing my festive Fridays where I stitch on this, I have a Friday where I always pull out a Christmas piece, and this is the only Christmas piece I've started at the moment. So that's kind of my plan. And once I get my secret stitch done, then I am going to go back to getting this to a daily stitch. Well, when I say daily, I don't always get the chance to stitch every single day. But on the days when I stitch, I will try and do sort of half an hour of that first. So I'm hoping by the next time I see you, I will have made a little bit more progress on that. Right, now WIP number 2 is I Love Poppet. So this is a gorgeous pattern. So this is the Secret Summer Sale, and the last part just came out, which was all up here. So I absolutely love this pattern. So it's a bit of it's a monster of a pattern, to be honest. I'm still on this flower. I have made a little bit of progress, so I'll show you that. So, but I absolutely love the colours and everything about this. The windmills kind of remind me of Norfolk a little bit, because we do have some nice windmills out on the coast in Norfolk. So yeah, it's a beautiful design. So we don't really have the hills, but we do have the windmills, and obviously lots of beautiful flowers and butterflies and dragonflies. So I'm really enjoying this so much, and I just love how Claire charts her designs with all like the patterns in them. It's just lovely. And this flower, as a monster of a flower it is a real joy to stitch. So I'll show you how far I've got on that. This one is actually still in the hoop. So I was doing this last night. So this is how far I've got. So this is one of my little hand painted needle minders. So the daisies are sold out at the moment, but I have got a couple of pink ones to put in my shop when I do my shop update on the 1st of September. So yes, I am making progress with this monster flower, but it is going to take a little while. But I know that once this design is done, this is definitely one I want to hang on my wall. I say that about every design. When I was talking last time, I think I was saying I always look at designs and think, where would I hang that in my house? Obviously I'm going to have a new house to move to, so that will give me, you know, hopefully a bit more wall space to be hanging things on. So that will be very exciting. And I started that one, that is on the light blue even weave, and I started it on the 3rd of July. So obviously all the parts are out now, but I didn't do very well with keeping up with that. If you come here before, I don't do very well with keeping up with sales. I'm always like, oh, I need to join that one. I'm not so good at keeping up with them, but that's okay. So there's no cross stitch police, I've decided. So as long as I'm enjoying it, doesn't really matter when I finish it. And if you don't start, you're never going to finish. That is definitely my little saying. So this next one is called Bee Market. So I'll show you the finished design. So this is from the World of Cross Stitch magazine, July 2025. So this was one of these designs, you know, when you see one and you're like, I just have to stitch it. So that is one of these, and this is going to hang in my new kitchen, because these colours will go really well, because there's some green in the kitchen, some nice sage green. So I figure this will look really nice in there. And I do like this finish, how they've kind of mounted it on this green fabric, and they've got like, it's like on some ribbon hanging. So I may go for that as a finish, unless I decide to put it in a frame, but I do like that. So we'll see how that goes, but I'll show you my progress. So I'm stitching this with the lovely Jen from Jen's Stitchy Corner. So she also has a Flosstube. This is another one of my hand painted needle minders. This is little Thimblewing. So he is sold out at the moment. So that's how far I've got. So this is just a joy to stitch. This is on a 28 count even weave in ivory, and I absolutely love it. So that is definitely one of my favourites. You know, when you just sit down and you're like, oh, I love stitching this. I mean, I feel like that about most of them, but this one, I don't know what it is. This one is definitely just a favourite. Right, what have I got next? So now this one, if you've been coming to my Flosstube for a while, you'll know that I've been saying since January, this is my dream house that I'm stitching, and this is by Love Poppet. And as it turns out, the house I'm buying actually looks like this. So that's funny, isn't it? And I was saying right from the beginning that this was like a dream house, even before I knew what a dream, you know, the house that I am buying is a dream house, and it does look like this, but I didn't know that when I was first stitching it. So this is Dreaming of Summer. So a beautiful pattern, and I got this as a Christmas present from my husband and started this on Boxing Day. So this is how far I've got up to. So I've not made tons of progress, but I've been working up here and got that butterfly done, and another bird. Added a bit of back stitch to the other little butterfly and the orange one. So I am looking super excited to getting this finished and hanging this up in my new house that looks just like this. So there aren't the flowers yet, but the house is very much like these kind of colours, not the same colour windows, but the kind of brick colour, and little it's a detached house. And the back garden I'm going to fill with flowers just like this. So I feel this will always have a very special place when it's in my new house. So I'm looking super excited to get that done. So I'll just give you a little bit of a closer look. So this is on 16 count Ada, I believe. And this was all of a kit that came from Love Poppet. So Love Poppet is definitely one of my favourite designers, along with Tiny Modernist. I also, I love Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I've got a soft spot for them because they got me back into, I saw one of their designs and that got me back into cross stitch, and that was one of their Christmas one. It was their Christmas sale last year. So I think I'll always have a special soft spot for Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and I do still love their designs. So next I've got the Emerald City by Al Forest Embroidery, and this is a sale that the lovely Jen from Jen's Stitchy Corner is organising. So this is what the finished piece looks like, and this is a free pattern from Al Forest Embroidery, which is absolutely amazing. So because this was a stitch along before, it has been split up into, I don't know if it's 10 or 11 parts. So I've just finished part 1, so I'll show you that in a moment. So Jen has set up a Facebook, and if you want to join, then just send Jen a message on her Instagram. She's Jen Stitchy Corner on there and on YouTube, and she'll send you a link to the group. So we'd love to see you there. There's still plenty of time. So, and there's some lovely cross stitches in the Facebook group. It's a lovely little positive place to visit and share your progress. So that's really good. So I'll show you how far I'm up to. So I'm stitching this on a 32 count linen. So now don't look too closely at Dorothy's eyes. So I'm quite new to French knots. So I was practicing down here somewhere the other night. I did follow a very good tutorial from Catkin and Lily. She's just posted one on how to do French knots. Now I was trying on 2 strands, but Dorothy looked like some scary alien with big bulging eyes. So maybe if you have a trick to getting them smaller with 2 strands, let me know what it is, but mine seemed a bit too puffy. So, and yeah, she did look scary. So now she has, I've redone them with 1 strand of floss. Not quite, I don't think they're quite spaced quite right, but I'm kind of thinking that the imperfections are part of my cross stitch journey, and I'll look back with fondness of learning my French knots. That's what I'm planning. So you know, not everything has to be perfect. It's all part of the journey, isn't it? So, but yeah, so that's my Emerald Forest City. And yeah, the linen is 32 count and it's just a light green. I think I got it from Willow Fabrics. They have some really nice fabrics there. So I wanted a little bit lighter than the one that was, than the sample one. I really do like pastels quite a lot. Right, what have I got next? So I've got Pumpkin Patch next by Historical Sampler Company. So this was another sale, the story of my life, that I didn't keep up with. I am doing well with the Al Forest Embroidery one though, so I've got to keep up with it now. I can't let that one slip. So this one is the Pumpkin Patch Sal by Historical Sampler Company, their Halloween one. So all parts are now out. So this is a really lovely fun stitch. I'm really enjoying this. So there's still time. I've still got over 2 months to get this finished in time for Halloween. So we'll see how far I get. So I am really hoping that I might be able to finish this one. So I'd love to have some Halloween cross stitch up this year, because these are like my first, well, this was the first Halloween cross stitch I started. So this is how far I've got with this one. So it actually, although I haven't got tons done, it is quite a quick stitch. So as I mentioned earlier, I've got that glow in the dark white thread that I forgot to use on my caterpillar cross stitch box. So I thought I might use that for the door and the windows on here. So I thought that might be quite fun to use on there as a little glow in the dark. So I don't know if there's maybe a few more little white bits. I should have really done it on that, but I'd already done that goes by then. So, but I think it'd look good on the house, even if I don't do it on anything else. So that's my plan, to use the glow in the dark thread for that one. And this one, I just used the kit, and I decided to get the Ada kit. Although I love stitching on even weaving linen better now, I thought it might just stitch up quicker. So that was why. And I started that one on the 7th of July. So it's not been out for too long really. Let me put my card down there. Right, now my last WIP that I'm going to share is one by the Tiny Modernist. And this is the Fantastical Greenhouse. So this is how far I've got up to. I'll show you the finished one in a moment. So this fabric is by Coffee Craft Fabrics, so it's one of their hand-dyed ones. So I have since joined their Fabric of the Month club, which is really lovely. So I'll show you the fabric shortly, what I got for this month. So yeah, I've not made tons of progress, but that's where I'm up to. This is one of my little hand-painted needle minders, so I'm going to be adding a couple more little pink ones to my Ko-fi shop. So yeah, that's how far I've got. This is a beautiful stitch. Let me show you the actual pattern. I was so excited when I saw this. I absolutely love Tiny Modernist. So this is just filled with all magical things, which I absolutely love. Unicorns and gnomes and dragons and fairies. And I love the little saying, find your happy place. Yeah, because I like lots of positive words as well. So I just absolutely love this pattern. It's obviously a big one, so it's going to take quite some time. I'm not sure when I'm finishing this, no time soon, but I'm really enjoying it. So that's all that matters. Yeah, and I started that one on the 1st of June. So I really love that one so much. So I'm going to go on to a little bit of haul now. So let me just, I'll share first, sorry about the rustling. This is Coffee Craft Fabrics. So this was the linen that I got from them. This is the fabric of the month for, what are we in, August? And this is 32 count linen, so that's a really lovely grey. So I'm sure in the future I will find something lovely to sew on that. It looks absolutely beautiful, so I really do like that. And I've got a few patterns to share with you that I purchased for my haul, and they're kind of a bit of plans as well, some of them. So the first one that I bought, now I bought this last month from the lovely Kerry at Colourfully, no, let me get it right, Colourfully Cross Stitched. And because I had so much going on with my head at that point, we were right in the middle of just getting our house sale agreed and all of that, I purchased it, and then I've got to share it on my Flosstube. So I wanted to share this today. So this is Sun, Sea, Sand, and it's a lovely book theme. So it's a really fun stitch. So although I quite like being a seasonal stitcher, I'm planning to start this one in October because it's beautiful bright colours. And I feel like sometimes when we get towards the winter months, to have a bit of beautiful bright reminders of summer kind of keeps me going through the winter. So I'm definitely going to be starting that probably October time. So I've just got to get that kitted up. But it's a really beautiful fun pattern. So I'm really excited to stitch that. So Kerry has got another pattern out as well, another book themed one. She's a big reader, so I definitely recommend go and check her Flosstube out as well, because she shares all her beautiful stitching, and she has some a book review at the end as well. So if you're a keen reader, you definitely need to check out Kerry's Flosstube, obviously for the stitching, for the reading as well. So that was my first pattern last month that I forgot to share, and I bought another one that I forgot to share as well. So I bought this lovely fun pattern from Wild Dragon Crafts. So the lovely Jen from Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole designed this one. So when I saw this, I just loved it. It just felt real whimsy and fun. So I had to purchase that one. So I'm not sure when I'm going to start this one. This might be October or November. It's not going to be September because I have got some plans that I'll share with you shortly, but I absolutely love that. So Jen has a coffee shop, which is Wild Dragon Craft. So I'll link to Jen. I'll try and link to her shop in the show notes below. And she's got other lovely items for sale, other patterns, and I think she does like scissor fobs and things like that. So go and check out her lovely shop. So that was some haul. So I did tell you about this pattern last month that I was planning to buy it, and I did buy this. So I'm going to be stitching this with a group of lovely ladies. So Ellie from Stitch and Bee, Jen Stitchy Corner, Sharon from How She Stitches, and lots of other lovely ladies. We've got a sale going. So the hashtag is Time for Tea Sale, and Ellie's created a group. So if you want to go and join our sale group, then please just message Ellie on Instagram. She's Stitch and Bee, and she also has a lovely Flosstube, so I will link to her and she'll add you to our group. So we would love you to join in. So this weekend I've got all my threads, so I'm planning on getting this all kitted up, ready to start next week. So I'm super excited about this one. So I have a real thing about teapots, although I do not like tea. That is very unfortunate. I do not like tea, but I can still enjoy looking at all the beautiful teapots and teacups. So I have a couple of pretty teapots on the dresser in my kitchen, and I have my nan's little teacups. They're all sort of lovely china with pretty flowers on. So Nan's not with us anymore, but I have her beautiful teacups on my dresser. So I always feel that dress is filled with little treasures. So it's got some glasses on with like birds from my husband's granddad, who's no longer with us. So that's a dresser filled with precious treasures. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to starting this next week. So I'm super excited about that. So another tiny modernist pattern. So me and my lovely friend Sharon from How She Stitches are going to stitch this. So I think we're a bit of a bad influence on each other, chatting about patterns and showing each other patterns, because we then want to buy all the patterns. So I'm sure you can relate. So this is going to be, it's a 14-week sale, and this one starts on the 1st of September. So you get a little motif every week. So I think that'll be really lovely. So I'm hoping, looking at the size of some of these motifs, that I may keep up with it. That's the plan. So I haven't kitted this up yet, and this starts on the 1st of September. So I do need to get that all sorted out this weekend. So there are Weeks Dye Works threads, or there's a DMC conversion. So I haven't got any of those speciality threads, so I will probably just use DMC for mine. But I need to sort out some fabric as well. So I will see what I can find for that. So that's definitely one of my plans for September. So this haul hasn't arrived, but it will be. So this is been shipped, so I can't wait for this to arrive. This is the cotton and twine sub box. That's the August box. So I'm super excited for this to arrive. So I think I'm excited about Halloween patterns, because I did start stitching to September last year. So I actually never done any Halloween ones, because I just stitched on one thing then. I hadn't discovered Flosstube. So I am super excited, and I really definitely want to get this one done and in the frame ready for Halloween. So this has definitely got to be a regular stitch. So I'm looking really forward to that. So I wanted to tell you a little bit more about my plans for September. So on the 21st of September, it's my birthday. So September is my birthday month, and I will actually be away at the Caterpillar Cross Stitch retreat for my birthday. It's on the Sunday. So I will be starting a new start on the day after, and I'm planning to do a Joan Elliott, one of her fairies. So because I'm stitching magic and I used to make fairies, I always love all things magical, hence my name, Stitching Magic. And I do think cross stitch is quite magical, because you stitch lots of little squares and just like magic you get a picture appear before your eyes. So there's lots of reasons of how lots of ways I look for magic in my life. And so for me, September is all going to be about a month of magic. So I'm planning on stitching on all my cross stitch patterns that to me are magical. So all my Halloween ones, the Christmas magic one with the Advent, the tea goddess, she's obviously very magical. You don't normally see a lady popping out of a teapot, although I'd quite like to wear a skirt like that. I might get some funny looks walking down the street. But yeah, so I feel like I'm going to do a whole month of magical stitching. So I've got lots of lovely patterns that would kind of fit to that theme. So I will be keeping up with some sales and bits in between as well. But yeah, my theme for the whole month is magic. So if you want to join in for the month, feel free. If you want to join my magical month, if you want to just join in with a magical birthday start with me a day late on the 22nd of September, I would really love you to join in with me. So I'll have to add some hashtags. I'll get some together and put them on my Instagram page. I'll do some little posts about my magical month and my birthday start. But I'd love if you were interested in having joining in for the month or just for a magical birthday start. That would be absolutely lovely. I would really enjoy that. And I'll have another Flosstube before the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Retreat and before my birthday, so I can talk more about the birthday start then. But I will be planning all my magical stitching for September, so I'm really excited about that. So I'm sure you'll perhaps have something magical that you might want to stitch on. It might be Halloween magic, it might be Christmas magic, maybe you've got fairies or unicorns or dragons or something magical that might fit the theme that you'd like to start. So let me know, message me on Instagram if you're going to join in. I'd really love that. So one start I am going to share, I've shown you the pattern last month, so I haven't got it here to hand, but I bought Luna's Secret Garden. That's a Luca S stitch. It's like full coverage, and it's a beautiful sort of nighttime scene with a little fairy in a beautiful garden with a house. So that is my start for the 1st of September. That's going to be my magical start to start off my magical month of stitching. So I'm super happy about and excited about that. So I have put off starting it, so it's been very tempting. So because if you've been here before, I do love my starts. So I've managed to hold it off for now, but there will be lots of starts I think in September. So yeah, and lots of magical stitching. So I've still got to decide which fairy I want of Joan Elliott. So I've looked at some and I can't quite make up my mind yet which one I want to go for. So I've really got to make up my mind and get that all organised for that. So it'd be lovely being away as well on the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Retreat. So I'm going to get to meet lovely Jen from Jen's Stitchy Corner. If you're going and you've not watched my Flosstube before and let me know you're going, please let me know in the comments below, because I'd love to have the opportunity to meet you. So obviously, unless you've got a Flosstube, I won't know what you look like, but you'll know what I look like. So please do come and say hello, because I'd really love that. But I'm going to stop waffling on now. Thank you so much to everyone that's watched and visited today. I hope you've really enjoyed what you've seen. Please do drop me a comment and let me know what you're stitching on. Have you been stitching while you've been watching today? So it's always fun to know what everyone's stitching while they're watching. I hope you have a really good couple of weeks. If you don't follow me already over on Instagram, I'd love you to pop over there so I can follow you back and see what you're stitching. That would be really lovely. So have a lovely couple of weeks, everyone, and I will be back in either 2 or 3 weeks. So we'll see how the time goes. But take care, everyone, and happy stitching. Bye.